It was a great experience. The job got done, we did what we could with what we had. Now we've got an international community we relate to. It's what you achieve, job satisfaction, and how many people you help. Our sense of community has broadened. It was an awesome experience.
Interested in this program because I've always sort of had an urge to do some community or humanitarian work. It's always been an interest to me, and once it popped up, you know, I was able to travel from this, help out a community, and yeah, see a place that I've never been to. On the building site, I was mainly on the roof. Garnet and I took control of the roofing, the wall cladding and the flashings, as we had the most roofing experience. I was captivated by just the remoteness of it, how, you know, vast the jungle and everything is, and just the vast parallels between our sort of lifestyle and theirs. I would love to go back over there and see, you know, what we've done and achieved, and even do something else.
I was one of the carpenters in the project, one of three, under the teacher Shane Wright, and then myself and Indy. Yeah, so we did the general structure, sort of got that up on the ground, and then attached all the steel together, and from there we put all the timber work and showed how the guys to install the external cladding with the cement sheet. The main highlight for me was probably going to a place where there was started with nothing and walking away with a building that could be used by the local people in its desired purpose as a hospital staff accommodation. So yeah, seeing nothing and walking away with something is the ultimate highlight for me for the project. Solomon Islands was a beautiful place in terms of its appearance. Friendly, everyone was very, very friendly. Lot of curious faces though, sort of you go to other countries and sort of people think, oh, it's just another person, but sort of for the Solomon Islands to see a group of young Australian guys in their country that sort of turn a few heads thinking, oh, what are these guys doing and whatnot. But yeah, overall friendly people, beautiful countryside, you know, warm weather, and it's postcard perfect really. Definitely do it all again. It was a great experience, definitely the highlight of my building career so far.
The chance to use some of the skills that I've had from working in industry here and take those overseas to a destination that I wouldn't normally go to, and work with some students to use those skills to do a project that's of benefit to the local community. The main highlight was getting the building built to where we sort of planned to get to, but also working with a tight group of students and watching them use their skills in the workplace.
Main highlight, I'd have to say, just the whole experience itself, just meeting everyone and everything we had to absorb in, the whole learning experience, getting hands-on. I think a lot of it's, the biggest difference was maybe picking up on all these new skills outside of a classroom setting. So that was probably the biggest challenge and one of the biggest highlights for me. I was probably one of the less experienced students. At the time when I applied for it, I was only toward the end of my pre-app, hadn't found an apprenticeship as yet, so didn't really have much hands-on experience at all. The whole idea about taking up plumbing in the first place was in hope of taking these skills overseas and being able to utilise it, as plumbing's required all the way around the world. But yeah, just the other thought was being able to make a difference in the world. And yeah, this opportunity happened to come up at the time, and I thought I'd better jump for it and see how I go. Just the untouched paradise, the people there, the culture, everything about it It's really made a really big imprint. I'd recommend it to anyone. Yeah, I'd do it all over again if I could.
They know what we represent. They don't really aspire to our lifestyle, but they would like some of the benefits of it, like fresh water, clean sanitation. Students. Couldn't have picked a better group. They were great. A couple of them had never flown before, never been there outside the country. I think, in a nutshell, a sense of community changed for all of us, especially them. They were all not introverted, but their community experience was their friends, family, workmates. And now it's extended internationally and they'll never be the same again.
The Solomon Island project was a good opportunity for the Institute to expose the students that we have to real life construction and the problems of some of those construction, particularly construction in a remote area. And it gave the students the opportunity to give back something to a society that's a little bit less fortunate than a lot of the students that we train here. It's good from a number of reasons. It's good because it allows the students to interact with staff in a very different way. It gives a number of students the opportunity to train and put back into their training things that they wouldn't normally do in their everyday workplace. We train a number of apprentices that have very limited opportunities to do the whole of a particular training qualification, and this gave us the opportunity to allow some students that didn't do roof plumbing to be involved in putting on a roof, for instance. I think there were many successful outcomes. The students all came away with a range of different achievements, personal achievements. I think as an institute we can hold our head high and say that we achieved something for the locals in the Solomon Islands, and that is that we've now constructed residence for nurses on the Solomon Islands. I think it's a huge opportunity for the students, and I believe that as a result of the stories that these students have brought back and they will disseminate with their other fellow students, that we can get another project up similar to this next year. We'll have 4 or 5 times more the number of students wanting to participate in this activity.
After work every day we'd go and play soccer with the local kids, so we sort of became real good friends with them and got to know them, and on the last day we sort of wanted to give them a present to show our appreciation of, you know, letting us join into a game that they find, I don't know, they put so much energy into it. So we decided to build them a billy cart out of wood. It was hard at first, but with the chippies that we had, they put their minds together and we created a billy cart that actually worked and looked real good. And once we gave it to them, the kids they just loved it. Yeah, they just went on it for hours.